Gente, capítulo 14. Bienvenidos. Y hoy vamos a hacer misión principal. Literalmente. Vamos al buen caballo.
Ya.
Después liamos. ¿No hace más raro que el ganado sea lo más barato que comprarlo?
Ya.
Pues, y ya no me acuerdo ni qué por qué parte de la misión principal íbamos. O sea, la he ido dejando tan aplazada. ¿Qué pasa? Yo por aquí ya tiro mierda. Porque tiene eso toda la pinta de serlo.
Ya.
Sí, tiene pinta de que algún bandido cuando yo crucé por alguna
Ya.
información. Porque ya no es.
Ya.
Esto es la misión principal y estoy haciendo aquí el tarugo. Guardia. Venga, que a lo mejor no sirve yo, ¡Hola! Yo puedo abrir muy difíciles, por fin. ¡Oh, qué felicidad! Los groches me los quedo. Es que me esto... Bueno, la camisa me... Pues si un día hay que vestirse elegante, mira. Así tengo.
This is valuable. They must have been in a hurry or they'd never have left it behind. Someone was wounded here. It looks like another person dragged him off. Maybe there'll be some tracks.
Pues nada, habrá que preguntar aquí a alguno de estos. Tiene toda la pinta de que alguno sabrá lo que es eso, hombre. Se han pegado de ahí a 5 metros de aquí.
Charcoal burners.
I'm honored that you should...
What happened at the cross?
Huh?
Listen, there's corpses lying on the road out there, a ransacked wagon, and a trail that leads right here. Now, you seem to be honest and friendly folk, not marauding cutthroats. So I prefer to believe you don't have anything to do with it. But, if you don't start helping me...
I don't know nothing and I haven't seen nothing.
Pregunta Borja.
Who is this Borja?
Boyar cracks the whip around here.
Thank you.
Capa roja dicho.
Good luck to you.
Capa roja. Ya tocamos con él por si acaso. Yo no vi que tiene algo rojo. Se ve esto por narices, ¿no? ¿Has entendido? Capa no gorro rojo.
Good day to you.
Como me parecía
What do
que
you
eso.
know about the wagon that's been ambushed?
I haven't a clue what you're...
Really?
Yes.
Do Do you have any idea whose wagon it was?
I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you. I'm sure you've heard of the gang that burned down Neuhof
Possibly.
and poisoned the well in Merchoyed. They're the kind of men you don't want to get on the...
I didn't get on the wrong side of them, though. Did I?
What happened?
Let's just get this straight. We didn't ambush anyone.
And what were you doing at the crossroad?
We were just passing, and we saw the wagon.
Just the sacks? What about the trail of blood?
I was just getting to that. We also found one wounded man. And what am I saying?
So you have him here somewhere?
The fellow has quite a will to...
¿Dónde está?
Where is he?
We've locked him away in the ship.
I want to talk to him.
I don't know.
I don't mean to hurt him.
So big. Here,
Thanks.
may the Lord watch over you.
Bueno, yo lo veo muy bien.
Who are you?
Never mind that. I've come to help you.
Thank God. I thought I'd breathe my last here. Lucky for me, my guardian angel comes.
I'm no angel, so you'll have to answer a few questions before you get my help.
Ah, well. I knew it wouldn't be that easy.
Who is it you work for? Who did the wagon belong to?
To Menhart. He's some kind of merchant who hired me for protection. But that's all I know.
And where's this Menhart disappeared off to?
No idea. I blacked out after the attack. Only came to my senses once I...
Who ambushed that wagon?
A knight. He's been following us for a while.
And where did he go?
I don't know. I got a beating, and then I passed out.
Do you know what you were carrying in that wagon?
I never asked Menhart that.
¿No podría echar el vistazo a tu herida?
Can I see your wound?
Are you a quack?
Sort of. That's a deep wound to the flank and...
Will you help me?
I can try. Tell me more about the knife.
Where's the coin?
What? What coin?
I will not repeat the question.
I don't know about any coin. I swear.
Ah!
Hostia,
Where are
puta.
those sacks you took from the wagon?
Sacks! They're behind the shed.
That's him! That's got to be that knight!
Is that all? Did you take anything else?
Fuck! Stop! Stop right there!
Madre mía, tenía pinta que ya es mayor el hombre, ¿eh? Pero con esos ganchos que ha dado. Atrapa al caballero misterioso. ¿Dónde está? Ah, bueno, espérate, no tengo que perseguir a caballo encima.
Ya.
Me he perdido, que ya no sé por dónde va, porque me lo marca el mapa, que si no... Quita. Yo creo que lo que está ahí. Rift se llama.
Ya.
Le tendré que dar un sabazo, me imagino, ¿no? Oh, mira, pues le he dado con la espada, no preguntéis cómo, pero le he dado.
Kake!
No he puesto el escudo, ¿cómo no se me defiendo?
Missed.
El tío es bueno.
Come on then, you whelp. Un. Let's finish this quickly, boy. Had enough, boy? What now? Are you afraid, boy? Ew.
Arregla los movimientos que tenemos cada una, ¿eh?
Let's finish this quickly, boy.
No llega, me cago con la mano. Espérate que se rinde. Dios, ¿para dónde lleva este? ¿Puedo hablar con él?
Well,
Who is that diver? It seems I have finally met my match.
Bueno, vamos a preguntar para atrás.
I want to know everything. Who you are, why you're here, and what you know about the ambushed wagon.
You may call me Ulrich. I will tell you nothing more until you give me some assurances.
Assurances? How about this? If you talk, I'll spare you.
Do you expect me to believe that? I know full well how these stories end. I have been at the other end of the sword more times than you can count.
I give you my word.
The word of a thief? Jesus. It is true what the preachers say. This world has gone quite mad. You had better kill me. I'm finished, anyway. Just as you are.
Unlike you, I'm not a criminal.
You believe that the forging of money is an honest trade?
I've got nothing to do with that. I'm not a forger, I'm the one investigating them.
What? What are you saying?
I'm in the service of Sir Radzig Kobyla, Governor of Skalitz and Royal Hetman.
Then we have something in common. I also am here under orders from above.
From who?
Perhaps you might sheath that weapon, so that we may talk eye to eye.
Stand up.
It is true our meeting has not begun well. But if it is the truth that you are sent by Kobila, then we can assist each other.
What do you mean?
I found out many things, but there are still questions I cannot answer. And the last man who knew anything...
¿En aborto?
What man was that?
Mainhard, the merchant from Passau. Listen, I will explain everything to you.
Oh, really?
You will introduce me to a certain person.
¿Qué quieres
Who do you
decir?
mean?
Master Tobias Pfeiffer. If you truly serve Sir Radzik,
Of course I know him. What do you want him for?
I have here a written confession which tells how those forgeries are made. But I do not understand such technical matters. Master Pfeiffer,
We'll definitely be able to make sense of it. And you'll give it to me?
it seems I have little choice. In the meantime, I will return to Sassau.
O sea... ¿Pero quién sois vos? Eso me
What's
da
your
más
name,
curiosidad.
anyway?
I told you, I am Ulrich.
Just Ulrich?
It is enough.
Because you look like a knight. They seldom have just one name.
It is true, I have a horse, armor, a sword, and a shield. But there are many ways to equip.
So you're not a knight?
I am a trustworthy soldier in the service of a nobleman.
All right then. And what about that wagon? What happened there exactly?
I followed Menhard from Passau. I had reason to suspect a connection with Sassau.
So they were transporting false groschen on that wagon?
Yes. On their way here, they brought real coin. Groschen, forints, francs, and the like. But now, the sacks were full of counterfeits.
What do you mean about the connection with Sassau?
The matter was investigated in Passau, and the executioner extracted information from those who were arrested. They told him that the coins were made in a monastery.
What, in the monastery itself?
I cannot say. I know only what the Passau scribe wrote down in his reports of the interrogations.
Why did you let them get here before attacking?
I wanted to discover where they hand over their coins, which I failed to do. Besides, Mainhard had an armed escort, and they kept two busy roads and lodged at inns throughout their journey, until he came to this god-forsaken track. I cannot guess why he came here.
What happened on that?
I ambushed them. I took down two, but that bastard Manhart cut the horses.
What next?
While I was chasing Manhart, those charcoal burners came and stole what they could.
So we won't get anything out of him.
Unfortunately,
Tell me what you know.
Do you know Passau?
El Pasor.
It's a German city, right?
Correct. A city of great... Passau is a city of trade. All the currencies in Christendom change hands there.
I see. And that would include Prague groschen.
Some months ago, counterfeit groschen were discovered to be circulating. The Passau alderman began to investigate and learned that a family of money changers was involved. They were bringing the forged coins in from Bohemia and sending back real ones. My liege lord is allied to the Passau alderman.
And so he sent you?
Yes. He needed a man that he could trust.
¿Y por qué
Who are
trabajáis?
you working for?
I understand why you wish to know.
That sounds a bit fishy.
It is simply that my master does not wish to be revealed.
Pues nada, ya está.
Very well.
Godspeed.
Maestro puñador. ¿Ves? Los de las monedas, vale. Mira, que te has dejado espada, barrón, ladrón, escudo, ¿verdad? A ver cómo es la espada esta. Bueno, cuando te rape la choripe. A ver cómo es. Y se ha dejado aquí las armas, no sé por qué. Coño. Llega más lejos de... Esta es una espada, claro. Pero vale más pasta. Me la guardo un momento. Pero el tío no es malo, ¿eh? No es malo, ¿eh? Aguanta como un campeón. Y ya estamos otra vez de arcadero. Francamente, me hubiera gustado que hubieran hecho que los viajes rápidos fueran un poco más rápidos. Y lo del reloj, macho, que no lo hubieran tocado, porque vamos, a tarde demasiado. Para mi gusto.
Stay away from people if you can't ride a horse, you moron. Subí un punto en diálogo, creo, ahora no sé si me quiere sonar. No, mira, bien bebida. No sé cuándo, pero está. Es que esta es malísima, o sea... Nada, de momento no creo que me voy a subir nada de esto. Cartógrafo, ya está. Esto es lo que quería, que con esto ya tengo todo el mapa desbloqueado. Primera de confianza me llama, de verdad. Pero también la del trovador. Estas tres me vendrían muy bien, la verdad. Y dinero ahora mismo no me va a hacer falta, porque tengo leyes, así que... Y saber cuánto tienen de eso me vendría mucho mejor. Pues venga. Así lo dejo.
Y aquí que debe estar el DLC del Capitulo. A miedo. Pensé que la oficina de este era...
God bless you.
¡Hala!
Master Fayfar, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes. A certain knight turned up there. Turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
His name is Ulrich. He looked like a knight, but he refused to show his master's colours.
Ulrich, you say? Could be anyone. Can you describe him?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his grey hairs, he seemed pretty tough to me.
Doesn't match anyone I've heard of. But then we don't even know if Ulrich is his real name.
I asked him who his liege was, but he refused to tell me.
We live in such strange times. In days past, knights would vie with each other to see who could extol their liege's name the loudest. And today, they take assumed names, hide their emblems, and sneak around the land like thieves.
I got the impression he was hiding his identity because his master's at odds with Sir Radzig.
That may well be. As a staunch supporter of the king, Sir Radzig has many enemies.
He told me that the fake money was being taken to Passau in exchange for gold coins, then that real money was being brought back to the Bohemian lands.
That would explain why those fakes bear the Passau countermark.
His master is allied with the Passau alderman.
I wonder who could be...
He gave me these documents to show.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau... Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasso. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. Ah, but this is interesting. Here's an outlying... We command Herr Ulrich. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman. But they certainly didn't pen this.
Perdón, gente, que he saltado dos conversaciones sin querer, que estaba moviendo cositas.
I recognize the
y
hand.
nada.
It's a Clement of Caplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market Square. Take care.
Vaya. Uy. Ah, me ha parecido algo muy raro. Y todavía tengo esta misión que me gustaría luego mirarla, si tengo un poco de tiempo. Hombre, pues si hay que echar preguntas a alguien que sepa comer, pues habría que ir al herrero y a ese tío que nos montó la corona de la ley de Stephanie. Hostia, ahora que tengo lo de muy difícil, ya puedo ir por el último tesoro del DLC. Por luego me tengo que acordar.
Salami, sausages, lard of all kinds of
Este caballo. No estará por aquí el Ulrich. A ver, el herrero no está. Aquí veo uno de estos, vamos a preguntarle.
Good God, you...
from the woods or from the pen. It all tastes.
Do you make anything out of copper, Master?
I do a bit of Damascene decor sometimes.
I'm looking for someone who could do me some copper sheet.
Well, that's pretty rough and ready work. I wouldn't waste my time with it. But
Me compro todo el cobre del alrededor.
What can you tell me about the black...
depends which ones you mean. In the town, there's Mikesh.
Tell me something about me.
Like I said, he's an honest craftsman, which isn't something you can say about...
What about the monastery blacksmith?
Well, him and me don't exactly see eye to eye. He wanted to buy my...
That'll be all.
Dice que no se entrena.
Can you show me how...
Me?
Pero si ya lo sabéis todo. Tengo que tener reparación en todo eso a tope. De tanto que lo uso.
Rare merchandise from all over the world.
Este de
The
todo el
relics
mundo.
of saints from Italy.
Ah, no.
Altar candles from France.
Ah, por cierto, gente, ¿veis esto? Le puse un protector al caballo este que nos la venden en nuestra...
Holy Land.
En nuestra aldea. Fui casualmente, vi que tenía uno y dije, hala, pues mira. Ya tiene algo para protegerse pequeño. A ver, nos dijeron el del artesano, que es el que está comprando todo el cobre de la zona. Y por aquí está el Ulrich, me imagino, ¿no? No lo veo. Está adentro. Y aquí hay otro caballo, con una buena silla de montar y todo. Yo todo me lo haría. Míralo.
So, what did Master Faith...
I consulted him and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Faithar found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins and quicksilver for the
I see. They have such material...
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in...
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery.
I see. That's certainly worth it.
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits.
Well, that's something to follow up as well.
Bueno, ya tenemos comida. Hostia, mercurio en una pintura, me cago en la mano. Ten cuidado como la tocas, que a lo mejor eso te lleva allá, vamos, con el divino.
Ya.
Entonces el monasterio, Desde aquí dijeron que se había llevado el cobre o algo así me suena, ¿no?
Ya.
¿Será esto el herrero que hay aquí? Ahora le preguntamos si eso. Era aquí, si no me recuerdo, y estaba hablando siempre aquí arriba. Pero sé que te has llevado el cobre, ¿no? No, pues no me dejan hablar con él. Pues me he confundido. A lo mejor es el herrero que hay aquí delante.
Ya. Ya.
God save you, good night.
Do you work any copper here, Master?
Why'd you ask?
I'd want to commission you to...
Then you'd best go elsewhere. I never use copper.
No es lo que he oído.
That's not what I heard.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmiths...
I'm being made a fool of yet again. Anything else? I still have work to...
What can you tell me about the sap...
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest and then there's Master Otter. He used to have talent, but now he's too... God be with you.
¿Y esto no tiene un aprendiz o algo? No, vamos a ver el pintor del monasterio.
Ya.
Y ahora que lo pienso, le bruje las tripas a este y hay un caldero muy bonito. Sigue viendo esto bien. Sí, se ve bien. Portero, ¿dónde está el pintor?
Take care now.
Ahora que trabaja, descubre de dónde se consigue el mercurio de los falsificadores. Habla con el maestro pintor de los falsificadores. ¿Dónde está el maestro pintor de los falsificadores? Ah, pues nada. No está en el monasterio, supuestamente es del monasterio, pero no está en el monasterio. Madre mía.
Ya.
Nada, primero guantazo.
Ya.
¿Es este? Maestro de frescos.
God almighty, has something happened?
Sí, me he caído del caballo.
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of...
Problems? I should say so. For the third time this month they've told me they've none.
And who exactly are you talking about?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant.
So what did the overseer have to say?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
Surely such...
I wish I
mira,
knew.
nosotros sin querer, perdón,
Every
gente.
time I ask for the red pine, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carried...
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times...
What do you need quicksilver for?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits.
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt.
That's all I need to know.
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or play a game? I really...
Porque tienes la vista.
Why not?
God be with you.
Pues mira, estos me interesan. Ese tiene un vino. Ahora, ¿quieres dinero? Nada, patito, todo. Ya no me marca para allá. No es donde quiero que acabo de estar del herrero este del Touch.
¡Ya! ¡Ya!
Sí, creo que es aquí donde el herrero este que acabo de hablar. No, es ahora es donde... Habrá que hablar con algún monje. Pues hasta que hasta cierto punto me colé. Y supuestamente aquí me tengo que colar un día a robar el Necronomicon. ¿Hay que alguno para hablar? Pues lo hablo rápido y así no me echa bronca. Ah, pues mira, ahora no me sale nada de que estoy haciendo llenamiento.
I'm at your
Mercurio.
I'm looking for some quicksilver.
Talk to my assistant.
Fine, thank you.
¿Y qué es eso? Sé quién lo hizo.
It was young Zmolla. What? Zmolla's the one responsible for all the thefts and death. He tried to kill me and
coño,
God knows who
el de la
else.
iglesia que la jodía.
Sweet. Gee. Dead. I killed him in self-defense.
So is that the end of it, do you?
It looks that way. Leszek was helping him, but he's dead.
God bless. Even so, God be with you.
Este es el ayudante, me imagino, ¿no?
I hope I can be of help to you.
Mercurio.
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
Pues yo.
Nobody. I'm just asking.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
Ah, y ahora como tenemos eso vemos tal. Pues venga, vamos a tirar un poco de nobleza.
I see. You can't because you don't have any. And you don't have any because you're selling it out the back door, eh?
Suppose I was. I don't see what business it is of yours.
What if I told you I'm the emissary of the royal hetman Radzig Kobyla, and you've got yourself mixed up with a counterfeiter?
Counterfeiters? Meaning what?
Somewhere around here is a counterfeiter's workshop. They need the quicksilver to make fake groschen.
Jesus. But I didn't know anything about
Ni siquiera carga el pobre hombre.
counterfeiting.
For your sake, I hope that's true. Now tell me what's been...
I swear, I wouldn't normally...
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon. Directly to the office. Some night, it was. Without a crest. Armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery.
And then what? Did they threaten?
Not at first. They tried to bribe...
¿Cómo ellos consiguieron?
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery. That they'd have me thrown out and...
And you had been stealing? I mean...
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they...
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name.
Very well.
May the Lord watch over you.
Bueno, ya sabemos algo más. ¿Dónde tengo que ir ahora? Vale. Ya voy, que paso de estar dando vueltas.
¡Ya!
Bueno, ya que estoy y no os habéis coscado...
There you are, you knave!
Ah,
Now you'll
yeah.
get what's coming to you. Yeah!
¡Yo, Patresa! Está claro que el arco no es lo mío. Vaya, es roja. Creo que le he dado, ¿no? ¡Hostia, que le he dado! ¡Premio! Y encima movimiento, me siento un probazo. Creo que será mejor que me baje, porque estoy haciendo muy gilipollas, porque el arquero está quieto, pero este no. ¡Hostia, te he dado en el hombro! Ya no vas a poder jugar los dados tan guay. ¿Te rinde? ¿Hace duele? Venilla en el último segundo, ya verás. Hola, ¿qué estás preparando del papel de Leónidas? Este paso lo vas a hacer el bordado. Pensaba que me iba a decir algo. Te dejo ir. Debes de tomar por culo.
Take your hardware and get the
I understand. God be with you.
¿Qué coño? ¿Soy gilipollas? O sea, es un asesino. Tú vete, sal corriendo, venga. Es que lo pensaba en el último segundo y he dicho que soy gilipollas. No, pues es que ya por dinero, a mí el dinero ya me da igual. Yo estoy aquí para subir un poco largo, que es que lo tengo inútilmente abandonado. Dios, qué tiraco le he metido al arquero, no me lo creo ni yo, y encima un movimiento. Algún día tenía que tener un buen tiro. Y encima, solo una flecha, ¡pumba! Y aparte, este es el mejor arco que he encontrado, y ya que tengo fuerza para utilizarlo, hay que aprovechar. Hacen bastante daño estas flechas. Entra para acá. Comida. Aquí no hay algo así de pruebas o algo así. Esta es una de las flechas que he lanzado. No hay ninguna prueba, vaya. Vaya.
Ya. Ya.
A ver, el que dijeron que compró todo el cobre era el que estaba ahí donde los artesanos, o sea, no me dejaban hablar con ellos. No me marca otro sitio. Vamos a ver ahí. ¿A dónde me vas a mandar? Ir con el maese.
Ya.
Salt sprinkled with the bloody mix. Cured and fresh. From the woods or from the pen. It all tastes.
¿Aquí dentro? Coño, maese, te has cambiado el look, ¿eh?
The Lord be praised.
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Right.
So what have you found out so
I found out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
I have, but I didn't find anything interesting.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Someone called Rapita.
Not much, but it's a start. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch card to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man I know who works at the monastery.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that.
Very well, I'll ask.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended.
I'll try to think of something. That's all.
God be with you.
Vaya. Examina el taller de barba. Hombre, sería lo lógico de tener uno de estos para acuñar las monedas, pero dudo que el falsificador esté en plena ciudad, porque una redada tendría que ser en algún sitio escondido, en mitad del bosque, en mitad de la montaña, una guarida por ahí, una cueva, es más, una cueva, y encima si ya tienes ahí plata, ya que la puedes extraer de ahí, una mina, coño, una mina, piénsalo. Una mina, porque ya puedes extraer material para el que estás utilizando en plaza, coño, te ahorras un par de paseos y algo de beneficio extra. ¡Oh! No te puedo mirar bien. Voy a darle un pequeño aguazo.
Ya.
¿Es aquí? Aquí es donde entendí yo que estos compraron todo el cobre, pero al final ni idea. Ah, mira, ahora se me deja hablar con él.
I'm glad to see you.
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there, getting there.
¿Trabajáis aquí solo?
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone.
I'm usually here with my apprentice Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone. Which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary.
I see.
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The fifth scourge of Egypt did smite him.
Jesus Christ.
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high. Or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking.
El drinking.
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop.
Yeah, but engraving what?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well.
¿Tiene Florian algún enemigo?
Does Florian have any...
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However...
What's he like, your
apprentice? Es que lo veo yo, gente, y lo salto.
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he has delusions of persecution.
I don't really know what you mean.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith. In any case, why the interest are you looking for?
Something like that.
May I ask?
I have a message for him.
A message? Who would be interested in that wastrel? About your question, you'll find him at home. No doubt.
Ah, thank you.
A
woman from the back?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but...
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bath-maid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys...
Thank you.
Good luck, then.
Vamos a hablar con el Florian de las narices. Ya me he partido una rodilla. Joder, las falsificaciones de las narices.
Ya. Ya.
Ahora tengo 2 sitios para hablar. Habla con la madame de la casa de los Bueno, la tengo más fácil. Bueno, más cerca, mejor dicho, así que venga. Venga.
God save. What can I...
A ver.
I hear you're at odds with apprentice.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault they took my Esther. Poor girl. I shudder to think what's become of her.
¿Cómo que la han arrebatado?
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that kind of service, but I didn't see the harm, so I sent her in to him. And suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling her out of the tent and shoving her into a boat.
Bueno, que la han secuestrado y le están haciendo extorsión a este.
I'm sorry they took her, but what exactly has it got to do with Flora?
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get the girl back.
Vamos, le están haciendo extorsión y tal. ¿Qué hizo María?
What did the bailiff make of it?
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine...
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But people here don't think much of us. There's some as reckon...
Vamos.
Goodbye.
Que le están haciendo extorsión al Florian con Esther. Por lo menos eso tiene toda la pinta.
Yeah.
Y tiene que estar el Florian por aquí. No será aquí, ¿no? Decían el sótano del panadero y la panadería creo que es eso. Mira, no. No eres tú, Florian, por casualidad, ¿no? ¿Y aquí duermes, hombre?
God be with you.
You look quite sprightly for an...
What? Who the hell are you?
My name's Henry, and I'm making inquiries for Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And what do you want from me?
Straight to the point then? All right. I've been investigating counterfeit money, and the trail led me straight to you. Does the name Rapiter mean anything to you? Don't bother.
Yeah.
I know you know him. You make the punch dice for the counterfeiters. How do you hand them over?
Do
you know where their workshop is?
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on...
Te lo habéis confesado.
You just incriminated yourself.
One man's word against another.
And do you really think that's going to help you? Your word means nothing. You've got the tools, the knowledge...
I don't give a fuck about my...
So what then?
Those bastards kidnapped Esther.
Lo lamento.
I'm sorry about that.
Me too. Listen, I'll tell you everything.
What, so I'm to go search?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me.
Venga. Venga, yo la salvo.
I'll bring back your...
Really?
Yes, but then...
I will.
Where are they keeping her?
In the Skalitz Hills. There are some abandoned cottages around the mine.
All right.
You're my savior.
Don't get your hopes up.
Goodbye.
Vamos para allá. Que estoy yo. Vamos, hoy estoy acelerado, tío, rápido. No está esto en Pamplona. Hombre, esto es Cali. A caballo no estoy lejos, así que. Bueno, está un cachito. Pensaba directamente ir a Ruta y luego de ahí tirar para acá. Es lo que voy a hacer. Hombre, por eso de que la barca subiera un costa arriba, o sea, río arriba. Si os fijáis es que coincide el camino, o sea... Eso sí, luego los brazos de tanto remar, vamos, acabaría uno harto. Una escaramuza, observo la batalla. Y así ya trocho por aquí directamente por arriba. Me viene bien que me lleven por ahora. Y dependiendo de quién sea, a lo mejor les ayudo, ¿no? Si son bandidos contra humanos, ala, que se maten. Incluso a lo mejor ayudo tirando alguna flecha. Son los de Sefao, son guardias. Vamos a ayudar.
You won't get away with it. What do you want? Get out of here before something happens to you.
You're in the wrong place. Pero si te da, no deberías haber seguido para adelante. canea.
Is that the best you can do?
Pero guardia, quédale un cable o dos.
Bring it on.
Creo que es momento de salir corriendo como alma que lleva el diablo.
Ya.
Pues oye. A curarse. A ver, ventas. A ver. Esto lo vamos a tirar. A ver, Lázaro. Vino de buena calidad. Ya nos toca repararnos un poquito. Bastante, yo creo. Ah, pues no tanto.
Ya.
En cuanto pueda tengo que tirar por aquí, por la izquierda. Esto es una mina, pero aquí no es donde...
¡Ya!
Tiene unas casas abandonadas. Aquí veo un bandido, así que mira. Vamos.
What was that noise?
Patata.
Oh, dear God.
Vaya, he fallado. Ah, no, ¿le he dado? No sé. Tú, patata. Vaya, ese sí que lo he fallado.
Raise the alarm! Watch out!
Ganaron, ni que haya muerto. ¡Hostia! ¡Hostia! Hoy estoy de francotirador, ¿Cómo se nota que ya esto es un arco decente? Le he dado en toda la boca. Lleva de cobertizo. Pues mira, por ahí bien. Hombre, aparte es que esta flecha mete, O sea, da fuerte, Hostia, me ha hecho a los tres con el arco en un segundo. Bueno, falló una flecha, pero vamos, que no está mal. Eso es la leche. Hostia, pero yo sinceramente yo pensé que este había fallado, pero de repente he visto que se queda así. Oye, pues mira, no voy a ser mal arquero después de todo, Simplemente hay que esperar a poder usar un arco... Mira, os enseño así el arco para que veáis. Un arco fuerte, el arco de tendón, que tiene que tener mínimo 16 de fuerza y agilidad, o sea... Y tiene mucha potencia, O sea, cuanto más potente el arco, mejor, Venga, Esther. Get over here.
I'll do anything. Just please take me away from here.
Mira, cuidado que eso se puede malinterpretar. Digo
Whoever
malinterpretar.
did you find me?
Florian told me where they took...
I'm a fool. I thought he was just a dandy, God knows why. And it turns out he's a villain in league with...
No es culpa de Florian.
It's not Florian's fault. He was terrified they'd do something to you. They had him...
You're right. Poor Florian must have been more scared than me.
I'd say so.
We should probably...
Iría con vos.
I'll go with you.
Ostras, pero cuando he flipado, O sea, me cargo los dos primeros con las flechas.
Cuanto más cerca, más o menos creo que le tengo ya pillada la distancia. Pero cuando he visto que el banco yo pensé que había fallado y veo que de repente se ha quedado un muñeco ahí, he dicho, coño. Y encima el último cuando me viene, que le he metido en toda la cara y vamos, se ha quedado muñeco.
Gee, has something happened?
Es verdad, tú guarda la cacharra que luego nos dicen cosas. ¿Dónde me dice? Bueno, Florian, he cumplido mi parte del trato.
God save you, good night.
I found that Esther of yours.
I know! Back already. How can I ever thank...
By telling me all about the goings-on with
They found me in the tavern one evening. Caught me when I went to the ship pile. They started to badger me about working for them.
They?
Yes, Rapita. And a night they called Sir Jezek.
And then what?
They explained what they wanted from me and I told them to sod off.
I'm guessing that didn't go down too well.
It wasn't all that bad. They just threw me on the dung heap and left. I thought it was just a drunkard's joke. But then they took Esther.
Where will I find Rapita?
He's usually wherever I am.
What does that mean?
He watches me. Everywhere I go. And when I'm at home, he sits on the bench in the square, watching my house.
So he's there now?
Hard to say. Sometimes I see him in the...
All right. At least I know where to start.
Why?
Because we have to lure him out.
I have my doubts.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
At first, I took it for a bad joke. And then, when they snatched Esther...
I suppose I'd better go.
Good luck. Take care.
Hoy va a ser el directo un poquito cortito. Quiero dejar esto ya por final, y aparte porque me están llamando y no sé cuánto tiempo voy a poder estar. Así que lo vamos a dejar aquí, de momento. Y luego ya veremos viendo más. Por el momento lo vamos a dejar aquí. Y con lo del tema de los falsificadores, hoy no puedo estar tanto, lo siento. Espero que os haya gustado, gente. Vamos a pasar, si eso... Uy, pues no puedo pasar el juego. Vamos a dejarlo por aquí, gente. Y nos veremos luego. Hasta la próxima. Chao.